Okay, so today's date is October 7th, 2025, and we're going to be doing some pull-ups first. We're going to do one set here, and then I'm going to take a break later today, and then later tonight I'll do another 2 sets. Okay. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we did 11 reps. First set done. Okay, so now we're going to do set 2. Nine. Okay, we did 9 reps. Back and biceps are now pumped. We're going to go to the gym. Okay, so now we're going to be doing some Barbell Decline Bench Press wide. I didn't think I would fit into the machine because I'm 5'6", so I'm like, I might as well try it out with just the bar, see if I actually do fit. My headphones kind of like fall off because they're too big on me, so I kind of have to like put it on my forehead a bit to get the motion. Right now this is 115. And we're doing 115 for 12. I didn't record 95 for 15, but I did do 95 for 15 on the first working set. This is my first time using an actual decline bench press. I never used the decline bench press before because the old gym, government one, did not have a decline bench press, and that was a very bad move on them. And so now we're moving on to our working set of 45 pounds on each side, so that is 135. We do have the safety collars on, no spotter, no human spotter, so I do have to keep mindful of that. I think my strength is the same as incline when it comes to decline, so they're very similar in when it comes to reps and weight. And we managed to do 135 for 10 reps, which is pretty impressive considering this is my first time lifting 135 on the decline bench press. I probably won't be going higher than 155 at most, at least for right now, on either of them. And so yeah, that felt quite nice. The pump's real. And now we're moving on to our set 2 of 135. We're also going for another solid 10 reps. I figured I would shoot for 3 sets of 10. Get some hypertrophy rolling in. I find just because I'm starting off new when it comes to certain machines, especially bench press, decline one, it's going to take time to get used to. So that's why we're not upping the weight. And yeah, so that felt pretty nice. Set 2 done. We are filming on my phone, by the way, because I forgot my tripod. I didn't forget my GoPro, I forgot my tripod. And now we're on our third final set of 135. So I decided to film on my phone, and I figured, you know what, filming on my phone is the next best thing, because like, get the best of both worlds. And now we're about to do the set. Now you can see it's starting to get slightly harder because we already did 2 working sets. We did 2 3-minute breaks. And usually I smoke weed in between, but since I'm at a local gym, I don't. Not smoking weed. So I do have to be mindful of my rest time. I gotta add maybe a minute more depending on the intensity of the set. And so yeah. And now we're moving on to some machine back-seated cable row. So right now we're on 160, which is 80 pounds. It's doubled, as you can see. There's two cables pulling the same attachment. So the D handle attachment, you're pulling the same two cables. So it's technically 160 pounds, and just 60 pounds for 6 reps. And we're now pyramiding downhill. So now we're going to 140 pounds. I'm just setting up the tripod, well, the camera, not tripod. And yeah, I can already start to feel it in the back and the biceps. Back's starting to look quite lean, to be honest. I am going a bit fast on the reps. I kind of wish I was going a bit slower on the reps on the way up. Now we're moving on to 120 pounds. So I figured might as well do our last set at 120 pounds, which would roughly be 125 at home. But I usually do the 150 to 125 and then 100 at home, or 170 or 160, and then so on. I just figured might as well do 120 pounds, get it out of the way. And it's very good for like hypertrophy training, because now I'm like pushing 12 reps on 120 rather than 6 reps. So even though we're pyramiding down, we're still hypertrophying up. So we actually get the bang for our buck when it comes to gains and size, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I mean, I'm not saying I'm an expert when it comes to working out, but when it comes to my own body, I kind of know what I'm doing. So now we're moving on to the machine pec fly, seated pec fly, and we're now doing 105 pounds for 15 reps. Now we're pyramiding upwards. So instead of pyramiding downwards, we're pyramiding upwards, and we're doing 105 for 15. And then I'll tell you guys the next one when we get to the next clip. Now my chest is already pumped, and I'm starting to feel it, especially in the inner chest portion. Pec minors, I think it's called pec minors. I'm not that into science-based, so like I don't know everything off by heart. But yeah, so we just finished our first set, and we're about to do 125 pounds. It is cable machine, not plate loaded, so it's quite nice, easy to switch fast. I'm actually very happy they have this machine, because it's actually quite nice to use. For a second I thought it was a seated chest fly machine, but it's a pec fly machine. So yeah, now you can kind of see the intensity. Like I kind of have to like push myself a tiny bit to get the reps in, and I'm going a bit slower, as you can see. Face is starting to turn a tiny bit red. Yeah. So I managed to do for 12 reps. Pretty cool. Oh, we are sponsored by HTLT Supplement Company. You can use code LIFE for checkout. Link will be down in the description down below. And for 15% off, use code LIFE. And now on to our set 3. Set 3, we are doing 145 pounds for 10 reps. And as you can see, it's actually starting to look quite intense. And I'm starting to slow down a bit, but that's alright. My chest is very much pumped as right now, so we're about to hit the sauna for 15 minutes. Okay, so now we're back at home to continue the rest of the workout. So now we're gonna do our third set. It's been like a good couple of hours since our last set. And yeah, back is already feels sore, so let's do it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we did 8 reps. Back is very sore right now, very pumped. Biceps are very pumped. Chest, really pumped. Triceps, not that pumped, but still a bit sore. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the next exercise. We're gonna move on to some LeverCable Rear Delts. So that's what we're going to be doing. I can already feel it from yesterday, but it's whatever. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna do set 1 again, but with the opposite arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we do 3 reps, both sides. Okay, now we're gonna do set 2 of rear delts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next side. Just moving the camera. Because why not? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we just 12 reps, both sides. We're also starting to feel pretty pumped. We're gonna take a bit of a break. Okay, so now we're gonna do set 3. Yes, set 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You did 10 reps. Now we're going to move on to the other side. Okay. Just have to do 10 reps. Oh. 8, 9, 10. Okay, rear delts are pretty pumped now. Okay, take a bit of a break. Okay, so now we're going to be doing some deadlifts. We're going to be doing 140 pounds. We are going to do the load today. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We did 15 reps, first set done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is set 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 reps, set 2. Done. Hamstrings are starting to feel a bit sore. So we're going to do set 3 in a couple of minutes. Okay, so now we're going to do set 3 of 140. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just did 10 reps. To end today's video. Hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, peace out.